I'm sitting here in a shared co-working space in Cambridge, Massachusetts. As an entrepreneur or as a creative person, often that's a lonely journey. So one of the pieces of advice that you have, whether you join a co-working space or whether you join a co-op, go out there and talk and meet people who are also down the same path that you're at. Studies have shown that successful innovators weren't necessarily ones who were able to come up with a pioneering idea, but these were also people who were able to meaningfully develop a network of contacts and relationships to help them take that idea and bring it to fruition. So think of this group of people that you're assembling, not as a network, but fundamentally as a community, as a group of people that you're looking to recruit and help them see what you see. Help them come and join you on this journey you're about to embark on.
I have a really positive point of view. I didn't always. I was like, why would we have to go schmooze all these big shots? That's not what it's about at all. It's about finding people where there's authenticity coming at you and going out, where you feel that flow, and then letting those relationships grow and giving them energy so that they grow, which is a lot of what this is making connections to people and making authentic connections.
Connectivity is important because, first of all, I'm not my own bank. So I've got to know how to talk to bankers. And when I say bankers, I mean investors. A record company is an investor. A production company is an investor. I've got to know how to talk to audience members that want to come up and get my autograph. I've got to know how to talk to audience members from a stage to engage them over a 1 hour or 1 hour and a half show. I've got to know how to talk to club owners back in the day. Like, hey, I know you don't know me from Adam, and maybe I'm not Herbie Hancock, but I can fill up this club. Relationships are extremely important because I am not the network. The network already exists. I'm just trying to plug into the network.
To be an artist is to be an entrepreneur. So I'm always out there. I mean, it's just a fearless thing. It's a complete fearless thing. I want to meet this person. I'm going to tell them who I am. I'm going to tell them what I'm interested in. And from our conversation, something wonderful will happen. Why? Because we're talking about us. We're not talking about what I want or what you want. To me, it's not that. I mean, real business for me is people communicating. You don't have to go far. It could even be your backyard for many people, but to me it's just whoever you meet, I mean, those are tools, just like everything else.
Never underestimate the power of just engaging in a conversation with complete strangers. And as natural as it may feel to you, just keep in mind that the next big partnership or the next great friend or your next banker or funder may come from a simple conversation that you decided to either start, or had you avoided it, maybe your life would have taken a completely different path.
Building out a network and having a collection of people you can turn to for advice is critical for an entrepreneur. But some of this is also an awareness of the importance of collision of ideas, of taking two seemingly unlikely collaborators and forcing them in a room together and the magic that happens there. Well, that's not always just waiting for magic to happen. So even if you're not the most charming or outgoing person in the world, you could sit down and logically analyze, like, what degrees do all of my friends have? Gee, they're all computer scientists. Maybe I should meet somebody who's a musician. Eventually, if you hang around enough musicians, you might learn some of the vocabulary that they use and be able to call upon it when you're stuck trying to solve a problem. So building out relationships is not just a sense of cashing in favors from people who might be able to help you, but it's genuinely creating a symphony of diverse voices in your head that you can call upon to solve a problem that you alone couldn't solve.
When people often ask me what's my greatest strength, frankly, it wasn't any particular skill that I had. I wasn't the world's greatest technologist or coder. I'm not the world's greatest musician. I don't even know if I would consider myself to be such a brilliant business person. But the one thing that I felt I've always done really well in my life is just develop meaningful relationships and relate to people. The truth is, I like people. I like talking to people. I like learning from those interactions. And I personally can't stress enough how critical ultimately building a network and nurturing relationships is in the long-term success of whatever you're trying to do. It's called a company after all, because it's comprised of a bunch of people, minds and hearts coming together to create something meaningful, something new.